So we think of this as an opportunity. A lot of people think of it as a problem. But if anyone out there thinks that advertising has gotten easier over time, then I highly encourage you to go write a book right now because you have a bestseller on your hands. The issue is marketing has actually gotten really complicated, and this is getting more and more complicated as time goes on. Why is it getting complicated? Called the fragmented customer journey. So what does it mean about this? What do I mean when I say a fragmented customer journey? So back in the day, the Cosby Show was the #1 TV show in the United States, and it had something called a 25 rating. What does that mean? That means that 25% of the country used to watch the Cosby Show every single week. So you, as an advertiser, you could show your ad in front of the Cosby Show and hit 25% of the country with just one ad. That is a lot of eyeballs with just one ad. It would be an expensive ad, but you could at least hit so many eyeballs very easily. Fast forward 10 years, #1 comedy is Seinfeld, has a rating of 22. Like I said, that means 22% of the country would watch Seinfeld. And that meant you could hit, again, 22% of the country's eyeballs with just one ad. The power that you have with just running one ad, it was awesome. Fast forward to kind of recent times where The Big Bang Theory somehow is the #1 comedy. No offense to anyone that likes The Big Bang Theory, but it is somehow the best comedy right now that we have to offer. It is the most watched show. It has a rating of 6. What does that mean? If you run an ad in front of The Big Bang Theory or during The Big Bang Theory, you're only going to get 6% of the country. Why is this happening? It's still the #1 comedy, but you're only hitting 6% of the country. Why is this happening? Well, this is what's happening. Our eyeballs are fragmenting. We're looking at all different places for content. Back in the day, you would come home, sit down in front of the TV, watch TV, and that was your only interaction with media. Nowadays, you have options. You have Netflix, you have Hulu, you have YouTube. So when you're a marketer now and you're an advertiser, you have to think, well, I can't just run an ad in front of a TV show because people also watch Netflix, they also watch Hulu, they also watch YouTube. How do I reach those eyeballs? And it's getting even more complicated. With the advent of these kind of new messaging apps, these are 3 apps here. Yik Yak is no longer with us, but they're a good example. These are 3 messaging apps that you can advertise in. In what sense does that make? So back in the day, again, you used to just run one TV ad and you'd be good. You could hit a ton of people. Now you have to worry about Netflix, Hulu, YouTube. And you also have to worry about Snapchat, Yik Yak, and then Line is this last one here. This is where eyeballs are going. Again, people aren't just coming home, sitting down, watching TV, and that's their only interaction with media. People are interacting with media in all different ways now. And then we have something called YouTube TV, which is even going to change things even more down the road. This is for your cable cutters out there, and this is yet another way. This is network TV on YouTube. How do you advertise for that? How does that work? So again, things are just getting more and more complicated. So why is this happening? Well, it's because we don't just go online, we live online. The advent of smartphones and being able to have the internet everywhere for us has really changed how we interact with media. And as a result, consumer buying patterns, consumer behaviors, that's really, really changed. So we actually interact now with media 150 times per day. We interact with the internet 150 times per day. And as a result, we interact with media that many times per day. So again, think of this, the original scenario I gave you. Maybe back in the day, you would wake up, read the newspaper, go to work, come home, read a magazine, and then watch TV. That would be 3 interactions with media per day. So as an advertiser, you only have to think about those 3 opportunities to advertise. Now we are constantly interacting with media. So now as an advertiser, you're thinking, oh my God, I have to interact with people in all these different ways on all these different devices.